Episode 4 of Witch Hat Atelier dropped on Monday, and the animation on this one is absolutely stunning. Today, I'm putting together a side-by-side comparison with the manga. Yes, I like to do the anime and manga comparison, especially with Witch Hat Atelier. Chapter 5 and the first 15 pages of Chapter 6 that were animated to create Episode 4. Let's see how faithful this adaptation really is. And if I haven't said it, what's up fam? It's your girl Mel with Mel Otaku Talking. Yes, I'm bringing you a season of magic, starting with Witch Hat Atelier, covering the chapters that exist, but also carrying out the manga and anime comparison since the animation or the anime is now airing. Now let's jump into it. Here's what I can tell you. This episode is remarkably faithful. The sequence, the scenes, the character moments all follow chapter 5 panel for panel. The episode opens with the lesson on the primary tetrad, and that is the first page of chapter 5. And Kiefer actually was the voice of that. His voice actor was the voice covering that piece of the manga. The episode opens, like I said, with that lesson. Then we cut right to Teddy and Coco, where the conversation is specifically about Coco practicing the fire sigil. From there, it moves through the walk into Cal, where they went to Cal because, of course, Coco needs her own pen at this point. Into the Starry Sword, all the way to Coco spotting the Brim figure or the brim cap through the shop window and sprinting out of the door without a second thought. In that sprint, that impulsive bolt is something the anime captures perfectly. Here's the thing about reading manga. Still panels can make a moment feel like it had more time than it actually did. You're looking at it, sitting with it, but Coco sees the figure and she's basically out of the door after that. There was no pause. There was no thought. The anime shows you exactly how fast that happened. And that matters because this story needs you to feel that impulsiveness that Coco went with. And yes, I actually kept rewinding that piece of the scene because I was like, wait, this happened really fast. Did they leave a couple of scenes out? Did they leave a couple of panels out? No, they didn't. And that is just how fast it happened, where Coco spotted the brim cap through the window and bolted. Now, this episode does stay faithful, extremely faithful, but there is one moment that's worth flagging, and it's no big deal, like I always say. The brim cap figure appearing on the ledge showed up just a beat earlier once they got transported into the labyrinth. The brim cap showed up immediately on the ledge and, of course, made the statement. In the manga, that reveal is the payoff. It comes after Kiefer is looking for the girls at the Starry Sword and realizes that they're nowhere to be found. And he asks Tartar, if you've seen the girls? And then Tartar went into a conversation about seeing a mask figure, kind of like with the eyeball mask, which that built Kiefer's alarm. Then the brim cap figure goes back to the brim cap figure scene on the ledge in the manga. So that is the only change that I noticed in the adaptation. And this basically closes out chapter 5. The episode did course correct after that. The Kiefer scene did appear, but the brim cap figure was placed just before that, when it actually came after. In the manga, it actually came after Kiefer is like trying to figure out, okay, where are the girls? Have you seen the girls? Now, small things, but that did no damage to the story. But if you're reading alongside, you probably caught that, or you didn't. Like I said, even with Coco bolting out of the door with them going in the Starry Sword, Coco getting introduced to a lot of different things in the shop, getting her ink bottle, them going back downstairs, her seeing the brim cap figure through the window. In the manga, I didn't realize how fast it happened. In the anime, it's impulsive. So yes, that brings us to the next thing I want to talk about. And it took me, normally I make this video on Wednesdays. I watch the anime on Monday, watch it again on Tuesday, and then I do my videos on Wednesday. But this week, of course, I'm just getting it out today, which is Thursday. And it's because of some of the discord that's been on social media regarding Agott during this episode. And the manga readers, we know that it was coming. So let's talk about the anime community and how it's been buzzing about this episode since it dropped, because If you've been online, you already know there's mixed feelings about Agott, especially with this episode. Agott did snap on Coco, or the snapping on Coco in the labyrinth. That specific moment where she tells her never to touch a witch while she's drawing has split people right down the middle because of the statement that Agott made about her mother. And I want to address it directly because I read the manga, so I know what's forthcoming. But in that moment, I want to address it in that moment. Yes, Agott is not wrong. She is a little harsh with her wording. I will definitely say that. She's definitely harsh with her wording, but she's not wrong. Agott understands the circumstances that are now happening around her or happening around the girls. She's very astute to magic because she comes from a long line of magic legacy and family. So she's not wrong, and she knows the situation that they are now in is very serious. You know, I've been hearing things like, oh, they shouldn't have followed her. Oh, yeah, you definitely wanted those girls to follow Coco. And you definitely wanted Agott to be a part of that because it's going to take nothing less than all four of those girls to survive in that labyrinth. Now, the four girls, Coco, Agott, Tedia, and Richia, ended up in a forbidden labyrinth with the dragon because Coco bolted out of the shop on impulse, chasing the brim cap. Agott understands what it means that forbidden magic was used to put them there. She understands the weight of the situation. And while she is mid-spell working to get help, trying to get them out of there or to get out of the dead end in the labyrinth that they run into, she gets touched by Coco on the shoulder. We know why Coco touched her on the shoulder because Coco spotted something on the wall behind the dragon. Yes, she did. Her reaction, is not really cruelty. It's more like frustration. It's the response of someone who's been in the world long enough to know exactly what is at stake. I've seen a lot of people say the girls, like I said, did not have to follow Coco. They absolutely did. Coco is new. She does not have the full picture of this world yet. What is dangerous, who to trust, what the rules actually mean. Leaving her to chase an unknown figure alone was never an option. And grabbing Agott on the way, that makes complete sense. The other girls know Agott's aptitude. If something goes wrong, you want Agott there, trust me. And I understand anime-only viewers are consuming it one episode at a time, but trust me, this is a story. You still need to get the backstory on all the girls, who they are and where they came from. But back to Agott. Agott's sharp edges come from somewhere real. The backstories are coming. And when you get it, this moment is going to read very differently. Trust the story that's unfolding. Episode 4 is faithful to the manga. This video is not long because the adaptation is beautiful. It is faithful to the manga. The animation studio is doing exceptional work. And the heart of chapter 5 and 6 is right there on the screen. Shirahama Sensei wrote a very beautiful and fantastical story, and we get to enjoy it not only from the manga side, but as well from the animation side. One sync issue with the brim cap, not a big deal. That's it. With being a little bit out of scene sequence, it still works out. If you're not reading alongside with the manga, you're missing layers. I'm just saying, you're missing layers. And if you didn't know this manga existed and the anime is how you found out the manga existed and you're a manga reader, I'm telling you, pick this manga up. You will not be disappointed. If you love magic mangas and somewhere along the way you've lost your faith in magic stories because you've seen it over and over again, I promise you this story will restore your love, your faith in magic systems. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more manga coverage. Let me know in the comments which moment from episode 4 stood out for you, manga reader or anime only. I want to hear it. I'll meet you at the next Pointed Hat discussion. Above all, let's keep talking about manga. Thanks for stopping by and watching.